Back in 2017, the Lamb Theater began a project to restore a historic downtown auditorium that formerly was home to the KCAU-9 studios. And roughly 7 years later now, progress has not moved along as quickly, at least as the organization hoped.
Now a local developer with a nearby residential property is voicing some concerns about the timeliness of that Lamb project. KCAU-9 reporter Tyler Euchner explains more in our top story tonight at 10.
Thanks, Tim and Sophie. Nelson Commercial Construction bought the Benson building in 2019 to create an apartment complex, which is right across the street from the Lamb Theater. And officials are saying it could impact their ability to attract renters.
I based my decision, part of it, off the building being completed at the same time. And now we're here and nothing is being done on the building. And now with the collapse of the roof, I am putting my foot down and asking for the project to move forward or tear it down, because they're not fulfilling any of their obligation to the city, to me as a developer.
Nelson is hoping to have the Benson building completed by April of this year, but as of now, soon-to-be tenants can look out from the 4th to the 6th floor and peer into the old auditorium.
We're going to see that damaged building. It's an eyesore, obviously, and so it'll impact me as far as marketing and filling the vacancies on these floors, that they have to look at that structure.
The 625 Douglas project received a $350,000 economic development loan from the Sioux City Council in 2017, which required Lamb Theater to pay it back in 1 year. Since then, the city has extended their time to repay the loan 3 times.
Obviously, we need to collect on what is owed to the city of Sioux City. The better position we can put ourselves in financially, the less of an impact this is going to have on other programs or other businesses or people that could use those funds in the future.
Last year, the old auditorium was red tagged and received a 1-year extension to remove the asbestos from the building and to replace old mortar. The deadline for those repairs and the loan repayment are coming up this spring.
If they are not able to take care of some of the deficiencies and they are not able to have the red tag removed and make the building at least structurally sound and safe, I personally would not be in favor of an extension, and we would have to move forward with the red tag process, which would ultimately lead to demolition of the building.
However, demolition of a more than 100-year-old historic building is the last thing both O'Kane and Nelson want to see.
If a structural engineer would find it safe and repairable, I would much rather have someone buy the building or partner with the Woolies to convert that building to an historical preservation.
If they're able to, come in at the last minute and make this project happen, how amazing of an economic impact would that have on downtown Sioux City? Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's falling into place, but I really hope that it does, and I still have hope.
I reached out to the Lamb Theater and received a statement from Executive Director Diana Woolley saying, quote, "The 625 Douglas project is very much alive and moving forward. Our current challenge is that our project's outward progress is being slowed by an insurance claim that is in process. There is so much progress unseen at this time with this exciting addition to downtown Sioux City, and we look forward to being a great neighbor to the Benson Building project and the rest of the downtown revitalization." End quote. Tyler Euchner, KCAU-9 News.